Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Simon and we are the Wells of Wall Street. Today we're doing a quick update on Fetch.Ai, FET on the exchange. This is one of the powerhouses of AI and IoT that I'm really super excited for the next 5-10 years. Absolutely 100% behind this. I do hope that one day the likes of IOTA and IoTX, others bags that I have here in this kind of sector, get the ambition to get to this kind of level that FET is currently at and will go to in the near future. So a couple of updates before we go into the chart. First of all, please do make sure that you have liked the video if you found it interesting, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. We really do massively appreciate that, and thank you very much for your support. We are flying through the numbers and nearly already at 1,000, so thank you so much for that. So back to FET here. So these guys are actually going to be taking part in a event in Munich in the next few days. So a major one around mobility, so it's very much around the likes of automobiles, automation of driving, parking, etc. So these guys, Fetch.Ai, are going to be showcasing their parking AI features, which is really cool. So there's that going on there. So there's probably going to be a bit of awareness building there, of course, and hopefully some traction even further in the chart, which we'll go on to in a moment, of course, as well. We've also got this now, so FET on Binance, so some really good options for staking within the Binance platform. So just to run through those quickly, I think we've got 30, 60 and 90 days available. Minimum 1 FET is required, and on those 30, 60, 90 you've got the options of 7.24%, 8.21% and 10.56% respectively on each of those areas. Now do bear in mind, obviously, when you're staking and we are entering a bull run, that there will be lock-in periods. So you may, if you want to remove them out of staking very quickly, you might lose the rewards, or certainly rewards within those day or two. But do bear in mind that also there might be a lock-in period in the sense that you can redeem them, but it might take a day or two for them actually to come back into your account, and by that time you might have missed some really interesting movements on the chart. But mine are in a 30-day one currently, just because I anticipate the movements to be predominantly around October, November, and obviously through into 2022 potentially. So I'm happy to do it on that and just get a few extra tokens. Let them money do the work for you, as they say. So keep that in mind as well, and we'll probably see some chart movements around that also as people want to take advantage of, to be fair, relatively good APYs available there. So really fantastic. And then so that's pretty much kind of rounded up. There's a couple of mentions here on like NFT aspects, so really interesting in terms of this painting aspect here is really cool. But yeah, predominantly the main focus is around the event that's going to be taking place in Munich the next few days. We've got that Binance staking option there as well, and just generally their momentum in improving their ecosystem and features and services within what they offer. And if you haven't watched our intro video to Fetch, I will leave a link at the end of this one, so you can definitely check that out when you get some time. So now we've got a couple of the updates out of the way, let's go straight into the chart, guys. So remember the previous video, we were looking at some stability within these trend lines. We managed to obtain that consistently, and we didn't actually get the tail off, which is good. So we've managed to boost up, and I do think that's around a couple of the things that we just mentioned in terms of their news announcements. So the RSI is very much picked up. I wouldn't say it's top heavy just yet, but it's certainly in that third quarter. So just do bear in mind that we might stagger into a bit of a growth pattern here and expect some element of correction, very decent one, which is why I've got these lines down here previously of potential buy opportunities, and they're where I've got some buy orders personally. And I've also got sell orders near the 87 cents mark, which I thought we were going to go to today, but we've only got to 83, which is fine. I know we'll get there eventually. But if you are, this is not financial advice, of course, but if you're on 4-hourly or daily trade elements, these are a couple of positions that I've put in here, just something to think about in the short term. just in case. So we have had an acceleration pattern from this closing point yesterday all the way up to here, so absolutely fantastic, smashing through almost 3 of the short term or certainly 2 support lines that we had in place here on this fib retracement. So I do anticipate that we may come back lower than this one here, which is just about on the 79 mark. So we did try and shoot above 80 to try and get that sort of rounded number as 80 cents off as a support level, but it'd be really interesting to see if we cover that. My anticipation, as I said, was that we might come back down lower, come back to test this area first before we continue upwards. But the market momentum is occurring, of course. Bitcoin hitting the 52,000, it looks like it might do another rally, and what usually happens with that is you get the pass down of profit taking into what they deem the altcoins, and in particular I think AI and IoT projects are going to do really well this year, as are NFTs of course and things like that. But I do think if you're looking for portfolios for the future, obviously things like AI and IoT are extremely important to get bags of. Not necessarily right now, but certainly something to think about in the bear market if you feel you've missed out on these opportunities now. But I do generally believe we've got a lot of growth pattern left in this particular crypto asset here. Previous high way back here on the 31st of March, I think it was 87 cents, which is why I've drawn this nice little orange line here. We are so close to doing that. We will of course get some resistance around that 87 cents mark again. I have no doubt about that. We might get a correction, and that's where we might see some critical hit points in these areas. But I do hope that we can push past that barrier into 90 cents and really push for that dollar, because that would be phenomenal. I was personally getting into FET quite some time ago, beginning of this year. So the returns have already been absolutely fantastic from my aspect. I think I got in around January, something towards the end of January, so not too bad, around 10 cents, not as early as I'm sure a lot of people out there of course, but it's really exceptional returns already in my portfolio. But I'm holding tight just for $1 before I make my first sell off. I just had great belief in this project that we would get there, certainly this year, and I hope that we accelerate even beyond that, because I do believe this project is going to be absolutely gigantic in the years to come. So do your own research, of course, not financial advice, but like I said, check out our intro video, make a decision for yourself, not just on that video of course, but many others out there as well. And year to date, just backing up what I was saying, 1,400% increase growth year to date is absolutely phenomenal. Weekly, monthly, 3 monthly, absolutely fantastic as well. The MACD is looking really positive. We spoke the other day about a potential drop down in terms of correction. That completely rejected, so I'm pleased to announce that we were wrong on that, because that means we're now going up in an upward trajectory, and that gap is widening on the MACD. So we're in a bullish momentum here, strong buy mentality. You see the volumes kicking in again. It'd be interesting to see how much more volume comes in, and especially over the next few days when they get the awareness at this kind of event. Big powerhouses go to this event, big companies, big partnerships. Who knows what will come out of this? And the tail off of it as well, not necessarily just at the event, but maybe the month or so afterwards, about meetings, etc., within these kind of networking opportunities. So everything is all really hunky-dory in the world of Fetch.Ai. So let us know in the comments below if you're holding this token, what your aspirations are for price predictions in this bull run, and please do let us know as well if there are any other projects you want us to cover, and check out our other ones as well in the IoT AI sector, where we talk about IoTX quite a bit. We've got a video coming up with Man, which is Matrix. There's a couple of others that I want to get covered, like IOTA as well, and a few more. So let us know what you think, and I guess that wraps that up, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will 100% see you guys in the next video. Thank you and take care.